It's always a
Hello.
beautiful sound. Always a beautiful song. If you guys don't like Café
Yes, sir.
Tacuba, maybe you should try to pay attention to it again. It's really, really awesome. But thank you guys for jumping on. My name is Froilan. We got my boy Chris here.
What's
This
up? What's up? What's up?
is episode 5 on our podcast. So feel free to join in. Topics for today. Well, before I jump into that, this month we're gonna do something different, something special, something that I've been wanting to do, as a little thing that I've been wanting to do to kind of help the other papas that are out there. Help any other of our followers that maybe you have a business, you want us to market it up a little bit. We're gonna help you guys out for free. We're not gonna charge you nothing. It's not like we're a big business, but I think sometimes you get word of mouth to help small businesses, and you get referrals that way. So this week we are gonna highlight my buddy. Um, his name is Robert Pineda. He is with We Buy Houses, MLP Management Inc. To give you a little bit of a commercial of what it is, guys. So you are looking to sell your home quickly and hassle free? Look no further. We understand that selling a house can be a daunting task, but with our exceptional cash offer service, you can breathe easy and get the best deal for your property in its current condition. You get cash offers for your home. These cash offers mean instant liquidity at your fingertips. It's as is, any condition, no repairs and no worries. There's no selling and no commission fees. Keep more of your profits, but receive a fair market value for your offer rapidly. This quick closing, and we move forward with your plans. But send my friend here, Robert Pineda, a message. And actually, let me clear this out so you guys can see his information on there. If you guys are following us on Instagram Live, we just made a post earlier today with his information. If that's something you want to do, if you're looking into investing, or if you're looking to selling your home, buying a home, something, feel free to reach out to Robert. He'll try to help you out and put you in a good direction, and try to help you out. So thank you, Robert, for sharing that with us and sharing some of our posts today. I appreciate it. So we'll post that information for you guys, and every month we'll try to promote a different business, just to help out our fellow man, right? So thank you, thank you, thank you.
And keep in mind, guys, we're not limited to just one business. You guys have your information, send it through. Uh, Again, we're trying to help out our people, our friends, family, and whoever wants to be promoted for free. So don't be shy.
Pretty much, even the dogs are excited. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
So today's topic, everybody. I think today's topics are something that I think are sometimes things we think about as dads, and maybe we don't verbalize, or we don't talk about, right? But first, it's okay not to be okay. We all go through different struggles every day. We all go through different struggles in our life, and sometimes, you know what, you're going through it, and it's rough. So we get it, and it's okay. You're not alone. We all go through it together. Um, I really wanna dive into that conversation. Um, and we can share a little bit. Feel free to drop a little comments on here. And then I also want to touch on, do we feel like we are doing enough for our kids? And is there a fear of disappointing them? I have younger kids. Chris has older kids, so you'll get a little bit of a different perspective from two different parents at different levels. But I'm curious to see, some of you guys out there have older kids, so I'm curious to see, kind of hear what you guys think or how you guys are feeling. But I think we should just jump in. So Chris, sometimes the first thing, it's okay not to be okay, and I'm not. I think this is a conversation where it's not like a right or wrong. It's more of you know, it's okay not to be okay, but how do you cope? How do you deal with the day? Like, how do you?
Hmm. I don't know if you're asking the right person, but
Well, it's it's just a question, like
It's I think first of all is it's recognizing that you are not okay and not as men as humans, right? I don't know about females, but as men we try to say always we're okay. I'm all right. Everything's okay because we're not sure if who the person we are speaking to is gonna criticize you or end up, I don't know, say the wrong thing,
yeah.
and now you really don't open up, or now you're not gonna open up to that person anymore, and that relationship can go to shits now. But it's difficult, I think the first move is realizing that yeah, yes, you're not okay, you're not good, you know, you're not stable, and then once you feel comfortable enough to speak to somebody, then we try to communicate with somebody, whether it's a family member that is going to listen to you, or a friend, or even in my case, what I've learned to do is I jot down my issues for the day, right? I write them down, or I write down my thoughts, whatever it is, and at least I feel like I'm kind of like getting it out of my body, getting it out of my system, and if I have time, or if there is, yeah, basically time to revise it and think about why is it that I was thinking that at the moment, and whether it was a big enough issue to even be an issue, or hey, you know what, you got through it today. Let's check this one out of the list, and have a better day tomorrow. Something like that. And then obviously therapy, whether it's with a therapist or a psychiatrist or whatever it is, or even just taking a drive, or taking a walk, listening to some music or a podcast or whatever it is, just to get your mind out of that, I guess, that funk.
Yeah.
But the first point is realizing that there is an issue, and trying to figure out, you know, how to fix it.
And I think where it's different for us, I guess as Latinos, right, is growing up. I guess maybe we didn't notice, or maybe we didn't realize that our dads were going through it, right? Maybe we don't. I guess thinking about it now, right? Um, the way that our dads coped, or at least my dad coped, maybe was whenever we got home, let's get a beer. On the weekends, boom, desplagada, vámonos, boom, 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 right?
Or,
And
or the type to, maybe say after dinner, he would go outside to the backyard, and allá se tomaba una cerveza o dos, and just stare at nothing.
something, yeah, like, "Oh, what's wrong? No, nada, nada."
Aquí
I remember,
nomás.
I remember catching my dad a couple times, bro. Donde like he'd be outside and just standing outside and staring out, right? And I remember I asked my mom, like, ¿Y mi papá? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Dónde está? ¿Está afuera? ¿Qué está haciendo? No sé. Right? You go outside and your dad's just standing out there, not even like watering the grass or nothing. It's just
Just
standing out
staring at
there
nothing.
and staring out, looking around, and kind of breathing, and just kind of
Yeah.
being there by himself. Um, and it's like thinking about it now, like, damn, that sucks, dude. He didn't have an outlet, right? And part of that is because, like, shit,
It's
in
part
the
of
in the
not
culture
having
they
an
grew up.
outlet, not looking for an outlet, and if there was, being scared of actually opening up, because oh fuck, now if you're this, you're that, you're not man
The
enough.
judgment.
Stop being a whatever, and man up and deal with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have to deal with it. That's not the problem. We're gonna deal with it, but I think that the problem is um, I guess the type of words that we use, especially as Hispanics, is it brings more problems to the issue itself, versus you know having something positive
Yeah.
hear from anybody, and even through maybe your mom wasn't as positive as she could have been, or maybe your dad didn't feel that he could speak to her either, which goes that way as well,
Yeah.
or even to his siblings or whatever it is, a compadre, a best friend, or whatever, a coworker. It's just I feel that those type of relationships were not available, and not that not available. It's just that nobody opened up to anybody.
Yeah.
Other than maybe some sisters to each other, but even then, there's only so much that you want to tell. Oh no, pues no le digo todo a tu tía porque te tienes bien chismosa, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, right? So um, it's it's tough, bro. It's tough because again, not all siblings react the same way too. Not all friends react the same way. Some friends are there for just cotorreo and fucking have fun or whatever. Some friends will have your back no matter what,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And I think that again, it's one of those things that maybe we think about when we're by ourselves. Like, damn, man, it's like shit, dude. I'm tired. I got this. I got this. I got this. And damn, I'm about to go pick up the kids, and like shit. Now I you know, gotta take care of that. Right. Seeing the wife now, like I gotta be a husband. It's like fuck, man. Like when does it stop? You know. Um, and so yeah, man. Like shit. I think so. I think we all go through it, right? To a degree or another. And obviously it can be family, it can be external things that happen, but it's hard, man. It's hard. And I think sometimes to go back to what I labeled the topic of it's okay to not be okay is like if you're hurting, if you're tired, if you're just going through it, it's okay to go through it, man. And if you're tired, say you're tired. If you need to step out, step out. If you need a break, ask for a break. Like like there's no shame, right? There's no shame in that, man. Like we all go through it, and I think we're at the point where like if we need to take ourselves out of a situation to gather ourselves and like keep our sanity, like shit, it's okay, you know? And to take it a step further, and this is I think this is another, I don't want to say hard, but I think it's more delicate, more, yeah, I guess more delicate, right? Is identifying when you think maybe a friend is going through it.
I think that's probably the most important one
You know what I mean?
because there's times where where we've seen examples, obviously, of popular people, right? That we think again because we're so stuck into our business, into our 9 to 5, into our hustle, into our family, into whatever. Not that we don't have time for anybody else. It's just that we don't make time for anybody else, right? And it could be a simple. Sabes que, bro? I was listening to the song and me acordé de ti, güey. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué onda? What's up? I haven't talked to you in a week or two, you know, and I'll tell you this, bro. If there's a an example of who I can say, and not to make anybody less than anybody else, but if there's an example of who I could say that if I call, they always answer, is my friend Joey, bro.
Cool dude, man.
And I know that he has his bullshit, and trust me, does he have? Look at him, just fucking talking about him. He just fucking joined.
Del Yoe, he heard you.
Yeah, I know. And he knows that. I tell him all the time that I know, and not that I cannot count on you, Freud, because I know I do and I have, and I know you got my back. But
It's not a contest though. You're fine.
no, I know, but I can literally say that this person has dude, even since high school, he's had my back, without me even knowing it. Without me knowing it, he's about to be 41. I'm 40 years old. We've been friends for over 20 years, bro, and we still have that bond that put us together back when we first met in high school, you know. And there's no comparison of how much you have versus how much I have, or what you've gone through or what I have gone through. Is the fact that I know that if I call him, almost usually at no matter what time it is, I know I can count on him, and he knows that he can count on me regardless. So just to have somebody like that, or even people like that, which I include you as well, it's a huge blessing for me, knowing that I have people that know me, know when I'm fucking up, and they know that they can tell me, "Hey, Chris, I get it, I understand. You've gone through enough. Let's get you better." Right? And we've had this conversation years ago for another problem,
Yeah.
right? And until I was able to actually listen and say, you know what, I do have people that care for me. I do have people that are willing to listen to me. I do have that person that if I call, they're gonna answer. So the importance of the person who is going through that issue, knowing that they have that support behind them, that's huge. That's huge because, again, not that what I'm going through, nobody else in the world has gone through, but I don't know anybody that has gone through what I've gone through these past few years, right? So yes, everybody tells me trust the process. It takes time. Blah blah blah. Okay, I get it. I understand. I'm a little older now. I've been through it one time, two times. I understand, but just knowing the fact that you, if you're gonna fall, there's gonna be somebody there to pick you up, or at least try to pick you up in a sense, And I think that's one of that's probably one of the biggest things, knowing that you're not alone.
Yeah. And I think our generation, right? Our generation is this generation, like I said, and I've said it many times, with this inflection point where we're trying to change things, right? Obviously, we're trying to do parenting different, right? Since you've realized you've had the support and backup that you've realized you've had for a couple years now, like how has that affected your parenting?
Well, I don't think my parenting has been affected. Um, I don't think, other than me showing my feelings to my kids, I don't think it has made it worse. As a matter of fact, it's made it better because I've worked very hard to, at least for my situation, to have my kids trust. I feel that like I have 100% of their trust. I could be wrong, you know. I'm about to have a teenager, so obviously teenagers are a little difficult, but I know that I can speak to them about anything, and they can ask me anything, and I'll try to get them the appropriate answer at the appropriate time. Um, Obviously, if I don't have the answer, I tell them, you know, what I don't know. I'll try to find out, and you know, I'll get back to you on that because I think again, them knowing as well that they have that support, that dad is has their back no matter what. Also, it's the same thing. I think it deflects them from thinking otherwise of other ways of coping in the situation as well, because my situation doesn't just affect me; it affects all my family, my immediate family, and you know, maybe the people that are around me that knew my parents, you know. Um, but it's I think it's made me a little stronger, bro. A little stronger in the fact that kind of create like a little bit of a callus and explain to them exactly, you know, what's going on, what can happen in life, and who is it and how we can confide in people, you know,
Yeah.
because yeah, you can cry on anybody's shoulder, but that doesn't mean that they have your, you know, your back at
Yeah.
all.
And to that point, you know, my friend Robert just posted too right now. Is like he said, it's okay not to be okay, but let someone know you're not okay, right? And yeah, I
But
agree,
that's the
man.
hard part. That's
Yeah,
the
it is a
hardest.
hard
That's
part,
one of the hardest
but
part.
I think you know, I think in your circle of friends or acquaintances or you know whatever, right? Saying just open it up a little bit and you don't, I mean, you don't even have to go into detail about all the stuff you're going to, but say, I don't know, man, say, hey man, can I borrow your ear for 10 minutes real quick? Shoot a text, hey man, you free? Can
Yeah.
you take my call for a little bit? You know, write a text message, write a message, put it down, put your thoughts down somewhere, and just not being afraid to not being afraid to ask for a listening ear, right? I think especially in between you know, fathers, we have unique struggles that we go through. Not that every other man doesn't, but I think as fathers we go through certain struggles that are just a little bit different, you know, and just being able to say, hey man, I just need you to listen, man. Look, work's been crazy, you know. You know, life at home has been nuts. I haven't gotten a break. I just, man, this is insane. I don't even know how I'm doing it every day. You know, just letting your thoughts out, man. It'll change your outlook for the day. It'll just take a little bit of that weight off your shoulders, and then and guess what, man? Maybe you know whoever you're talking to is going through the same shit. Fuck, man. You know what? Me too. Damn. You know, they didn't pay me. They didn't pay me as much as I thought they were gonna pay me. Now, you know, now I'm stressing out because I got to worry about making sure that I got money for X, Y, Z. I don't
Yeah.
know. You don't know what people are going through, right?
Yeah.
But I think, I think if you feel like you have a circle of friends, or people or a partner or whoever, you know, asking for, hey, can I? No, no. Let me have 10 minutes of your time, or hey, can you take a quick phone call, or whatever. I
Yeah,
think,
but I think also like again on the receiving side is being what's the word I want to use? Being
empathetic.
being no being conscious that it's a problem and that they're looking for you, they're searching for you, they're searching again for an outlet for help and yeah, being conscious of what people are telling you. and either not take it as a
Yeah.
joke or not, take it seriously because dude, I've told my sister this many times. Um, like shit, sister, like the stuff that we've gone through, right? And again, not that it's out of the normal, but just the circumstances that it's the way that things have happened and how fast and how everything is has gone.
Yeah.
I tell her, dude, I'm surprised that I haven't picked up any bad habits. That I haven't picked up drinking, uh, drugs, or even worse. Trying to hurt myself in any other way or hurt anybody else. Because it takes not that the people that have unfortunately failed in this I don't know if I want to call it disease, but in this traumatic stage that some of us are in that have failed and unfortunately they have hurt themselves and hurt other people and along the way. um I don't know if they were just not strong enough or they didn't have the the backup that they should have had, or the people that were there just didn't listen because that's just the way he is. He's a little weird like that, and he might say these things here and there, but he doesn't mean them. And little do we know he's fucking doing shit in the background or people not seeing, and so it's hard. Again, it's hard. One of the hardest things is showing up, admitting that there's a problem, and then for the other person as well, it's okay. You have a problem. Let's see how serious it is, and don't forget, I'm here for you, right? And being a friend, being that shoulder, being that pillow or that ear or whatever it is, and take it serious because um, just I think the wrong opinion or the wrong answer can also make that person that is having an issue think, oh well, they don't care. I have nothing to live for. I have nothing
Yeah.
to.
I heard this. Heard, read, whatever. This piece of advice for mainly for married couples, right? When somebody when you want to talk to your spouse or your partner about a problem, but now that I'm thinking, like, this can probably use with our buddies. So like if let's say you came to me and say, hey, Fro, I want to talk to you about something. I'm kind of going through XYZ, and I want to talk to you real quick. I think me asking you just real quick in between, like, hey, Chris, before we jump in, like, do you need me to listen, or do you want me to help you with the solution? Nah, man,
No,
just listen. Just listen. I don't, I just need you to
I don't
listen.
want to hear it right now.
Yeah, just give me just listen to what I'm telling you, and we'll figure it out later, whatever. All right, cool. Well, lay it on me. What's up? You know what I mean? Um, I feel like like by doing something like that, it's also gonna kind of prime the person that's listening to, like, all right, you're in listening mode, and you're not gonna jump into, like, fuck, you should have done this, or maybe you should do this. We're not giving options, we're not giving solutions if that's not what you're asking for. Just listen, man. It's cool. You know.
Listen and be the punchback for that moment.
Simon, and I think as men, I think inherently we don't want to we don't want somebody else to give us a solution. We want to kind of come up with the solution ourselves because we're men, and we need to man up, and we need to take care of business ourselves. But so I don't think anybody's gonna be like, well, I need you to give me the answer for this, or who knows, maybe somebody does, and you kind of work through it that way. But I think at least that way it kind of makes the conversation a little bit smoother, and whoever's listening is gonna actually listen instead of trying to give you an answer to the stuff that you're saying, and then you won't be able to get your message across. You won't be able to get your thoughts out. You won't be able to
Yeah,
vent how you want to vent. So
all those are all the above is correct. But again, when somebody is searching, um, I think in if you are considered that friend that they're searching for, at least be available, be try to be found, because you
And
could
if
be the last person.
and if and if you are busy at the time, send a message, respond. Let me call you back. Let me finish this. Life happens, man. Like sometimes people are caught up with things, and that's I'm saying it for myself too, because there's certain hours during the day where I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like shit's going down with the family or whatever, but like at least be clear. Don't just leave somebody hanging.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Um, so
I'm just saying it's kind of hard. Say I'm calling somebody and they're like, "Hey, bro, I'm changing," and we understand. I'm with the family and let me call you back. But if it's like one of those, God forbid, fucking, you're literally about to jump off. Oh, well, I'm gonna wait. Let me wait till he's done,
no,
and he'll
pues
call
sí,
me
way.
back.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna.
mean,
I think if you are that friend, if you are that backup, if you are that extra force for that person, I think you should also know. Okay, this guy's calling me. He's calling me for a reason. He's calling me. Normally, he doesn't call me, so let's make it important,
yeah, let's read the
right?
room a little bit and
Let's make it
and
important. Um, I don't know. I've never gone through it. I've always been the ear for many, many, many people. Luckily, it's never been nothing too serious, but I think that's other than acknowledging that you do have an issue, is also, if you are the ear, is give that person the time,
Simon.
you know, because God forbid, bro, you are that last card and you hear, hey, so and so did something and shit, he called me,
Yeah, not just in movies, man.
and now we got to live with that,
Yeah,
you
está
know.
cabrón.
So it's difficult. We got to help each other out in one way or another. Keep in touch, even if it's with people that might not want to talk to at times. You might not want to talk to at times, but just say, hey, I want to say hello. Hope all is well. Um, Say hi to the family for me, and that's it. Simple
Yeah,
hello. Doesn't never hurt nobody.
true.
There doesn't need to be any details about anything, or hey this or hey that. No, just hope the family's well and we're doing good, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, but it can make a certain people feel different, and feel, all right. I guess he's reached out. He's good. You know,
Hmm.
versus I haven't heard from this person, and all of a sudden you hear that they're not here anymore, or
No, that's
I
that's
don't know,
rough,
they
man.
did something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah. Is it- Um.
it's uh those they're difficult moments, bro. They're difficult moments, but I think again having the right people in your corner again, like a boxer, having the right person in your corner makes a huge difference. Um, I believe I have the right people in my corner. Some are a little bit more um, honest than others, but
Hey.
again, sometimes we need the simple facts in order to you know get get the information through, and sometimes we gotta hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, you
You
do.
know, so
With that, is there a fear? When talking about
always,
hearing the
always,
facts.
always.
hearing
always,
the truth?
always a
Is
fear
there a
of not
fear
doing the right
of
thing
not
or enough
doing
for your kid.
enough or not doing the right thing for your kids?
Of course, I do. It's not a fear; it's a concern.
What makes you feel that way?
It's the fact that I don't live with them. That's the main one.
I mean, you have a unique situation where you know it, it it's you just have a unique situation. Like I feel like
I mean,
your
communication
kids.
is there, and anybody can tell you. Speaking of the devil, my son is calling me right now. Let me tell him to text me. Hey, Mijo, text me back, okay? I'm on a podcast. Just text me. Okay. So there you go. Oh no, it ended the live.
Yeah.
Shoot, what do I do? Let me start it with the other one. But
But
yeah,
yeah, man.
that's I have that communication with them, bro. Where again we can talk whenever, however, and that makes it a little better. But yeah, the concern is always there, bro. The concern, I think, as a parent, it's you're not always gonna know what your kids are thinking, you know, as much as I say that I have their honesty and everything with them. I know, I was a kid at one point. I was a
Yeah.
teenager at one point.
But do you think can I do more? Am I doing enough?
We can always do more, bro. We can all, and again, more because of my situation, you know,
Yeah.
more because of my situation. But it's
Yeah.
just weird, bro. It's weird.
Like I think one of the
It's a
things.
situation where, especially now when my kids are well, with my son that he's a little older. I wish I could have started some things a little bit earlier, because I didn't know about it, you know. But again, it's never too late, you know. But
Yeah.
certain things I wish I could have done, not more, but different, you know, different, a little different. Certain things how they went down in my personal life, you know. I wish I could have done different, but it's those things. It's gonna be those things that it's not a party of one; it's a party of all. And if all are not in, then it's hard to control.
Yep.
You because you could think that you're doing the right thing for your family, for your kids, and we're not. Especially as Latinos, we think that we're doing the right thing just by providing. Versus, what about the other part?
Yeah.
What about the getting to know your kids? What do they like? What do they don't like?
Yep.
What do they like? What do they don't like? Do they have a girlfriend? Do they have a boyfriend? Stuff like that. Making time for them, not just
Pues sí, güey.
you know. So it's I don't know. I just think it's.
Well, yeah, it's a rough situation, man. I think I mean your kids are a little older, so it's different, and obviously your situation with with baby mama, for lack of a
Yeah.
better word, is obviously different. But I think like taking back into the whole like uh being okay with not being okay thought we had, right? Um, I think sometimes when maybe you're not 100%, like you start to, I don't want to say you cut corners, right? You don't, it's not necessarily you cut corners with your kids, but like you, maybe you're not as present, right? Because you're just thinking, you're in your head. You're in your head. You're thinking about things that are just bothering you, right? Things that you want to get done, things that you need to get done, like all these cosas that are just like, damn, like
Do me a favor, lower the volume on your life, please.
mine.
Yeah.
Mine's all the way down, like that.
All right. Yeah, no, definitely, dude, definitely. It's just, it's I always feel like I can do more, and not, and again, I'm not scared about it. It's just a concern,
Yeah.
if I did do enough, if I or if it was a day or yeah, a day that instead of being fun, it was more disciplined than anything. Because mom did tell me, hey, so and so is not doing good. They're not listening. They're not doing their chores. I talked to them. They're not wanting to listen. Can you please help me out? And in those, obviously, there's going to be those situations too. As a normal couple, is that, hey, I already spoke to them. I already did this. I already did that. Back me up on this, right? So there's going to be days where it's not all fun and games with my kids, and it's not all positive, but more than a reality check. And those are the days, again, because of my situation. Those are the days where, like, fuck. As it is, I don't have much time with my kids, and I'm not making it a positive one. Uh, did I do the right thing by doing that? Right?
Well, I mean, I
Well,
think I
I'll, in those situations, sorry to stop you. In those situations, what I do, because I do catch myself. Obviously, I have a long drive home, and I'll catch myself thinking about those things, and knowing in the shape that I left my kids in. Yeah, I got them the good dark kiss and this and that. Everything was good, but knowing that it's in their head and they're thinking about it as well. I always call them back, right, while I'm driving, and I explain myself. Okay, this and this and this happened today because this and this. I want to let you know that regardless of what I told you guys today, what you guys have to listen, you guys have to do it, you guys have to go by what I say and what your mom says. That has nothing to do with how much I love you
yeah,
and how much I care for you guys,
yeah.
right? Okay, Dad. So as soon as I get that okay, as soon as I get that yes, I know that okay, I made sure
You close the
to
circle.
not have that thought of fuck, did I do enough? Did I do okay? Because I kind of start grading myself for the day. Okay, Chris, how good did you do with your kids today? Was it an A day? Was it a B day? Or was it a C day? And obviously, again, because there's going to be situations where I have to lay down the law, and I have to, for everything to be good and in place. Obviously, everybody has to read from the same chapter, right? And we all have to know what we're talking about, as much as communication as she gives me, and as much as communication as I give her about the situations with the kids. We both have to be in the same page, same book, same chapter, so that the same communication gets around, and that same communication is going to go towards the kids, and the kids are obviously going to tell mom. So then now mom knows, okay, he did his job, I did my job, and the kids are going to do their job,
Well,
right?
see, that's the thing. That's the thing, Chris. Are, it depends on what are you grading, right? Are you grading your day on was it fun?
Overall,
You know what I mean? Because
everything.
I think if you, I mean, if I were to give you a grade, right? Is were you there? Were you active with your kids? Were you talking to them, regardless whether it was a lesson, regardless whether it was something fun? Were you there? Were you present? Were you talking to them? Were you present with them? You connected with them in whatever level, then hey, you
Yeah,
know what? You did your best for the day, right? Of course, you can always do better. Yes, right? But I think that's one of the things that it's hard because yeah, of course you're hard on ourselves, right? We want to
hmm
give them everything. We want to be the best versions of ourselves to set the example, right? Um, but sometimes, maybe you say or do something that, yeah, you don't want to leave in a negative situation, or you don't want to leave upset, or like, damn, yeah, like you're saying, I don't really see you that much, and here I am now, all upset at you or all mad at you. Like, how was that experience, right?
yeah.
But I think even those negative experiences are beneficial because it reminds them that you're still the parent,
But
right? So
yeah,
even though maybe they left angry and they didn't like what was happened, all right, cool, whatever. But you close the circle.
yeah,
Obviously, you can't go into the bedroom before they go to bed and let them know.
yeah.
But you take that extra step of giving them a call and be like, hey, just want you to know that even though, um, that wasn't the conversation that you wanted to hear, it had to happen, and I love you, right?
But
And I'm never gonna stop being your dad, and I'm never gonna stop blah blah blah. Whatever you say.
right.
So I think being able to bring it back is the differential of, like, instead of just leaving it there, you kind of come back and close the loop.
And that's why I do it. That's why I do it because um, it brings me back as a kid, and not just myself, but with my brother and other cousins. Like we would get in trouble. We would get. I'm not gonna say a beating, but we would get spanked here and there, and there was never a reason. You know, there was never a like, okay, fuck, why are you hitting me? Why are you yelling at me? Why are you doing this? A lot of times it was just, it is because it is.
Yep.
Te pego porque te
Te
portaste
quiero.
mal o de esto, pero okay, pero like shit, you know. And I
Yeah.
think I don't want to call it um what do they call it, being traumatized trauma, even though technically it is. To me, trauma seems a little bit deeper than that, but
Yeah.
I don't want to call it that we're traumatized. But at the same time, it's something that most of us live with. Things are because they are,
Yeah.
not because there's a reason for it, and because you didn't follow these rules, or why do we have rules, or why is it this? Why, dude? I used to get in trouble just for asking why.
Because I said so. That's why.
Yeah, and I've caught myself sometimes having to say because I said so. You know, and though I've said it, I've been like, okay, no, that's not the answer that I would have wanted. That, well, not so much wanted, but that's not the answer that I believe we deserve. Because that's just gonna make me do it again, and that's just gonna make me not care about whatever the repercussion might be. Because it is what it is. Well, you don't care. You don't even know why you're hitting me. You don't even know why you're getting in trouble if you're just gonna give me those answers.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, and I think that's one of the things, right? So, going off of what My friend Edgar posted here like that doing enough, right? Thinking about am I doing enough? I feel like that. Yeah, that's something that's always gonna be there, right? Um, it's gonna
But then
be. I
again,
think.
what is enough, bro?
Well, that's the thing.
You know. But
It's just asking yourself
at the same time, is it enough for us?
and
You
that's
know,
why
because the
it's a
kid didn't
thought.
tell you
It's a
nothing.
conversation.
The kid didn't tell you, oh, Dad, you weren't a daddy enough today.
Yeah,
It's us with the thought.
it is us with a thought.
So maybe it's not whether we did enough or not, is that we're overthinking it.
I wouldn't say that 100%.
Why not?
I wouldn't say that 100%
Why
because I ain't
not?
gonna lie.
Because
Because
again,
there's been times
we
when I'm with my
plan
kids.
to.
Well, hold on. Because there's been times when I'm with my kids, and this is my personal experience. I'm not gonna say anything about anybody else, but there's been times that I'm with my kids, and I know it's I'm gonna have them, and I'm gonna have this time with them, and sometimes I'll pull out my phone and I'll be on my phone instead of maybe spending a little more time with my son or my daughter. So in that
But,
sense, do you think like, damn,
but you know why you do
maybe you
that
know
though?
what? I shouldn't have been on my phone.
You know why
I
you do
should have
that?
spent more time with him. Why?
Because you're, other than those 5 minutes, you were there, and after those 5 minutes, you were there.
Yeah, but those are 5 minutes that I'm never gonna get back. Those are 5 minutes that I see my son. I don't know,
There's
stand
going to be
up
more than
without
five
doing something.
minutes. It's
You know what
going
I
to be
mean?
10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, days.
You know, like when I'm 65, 70, 75,
Well, you
assuming I
don't have
get
to
to
be
be that old,
65.
right?
When you're 40
That's in
and
two
you don't see
years.
your kids for 7 days,
Okay, so when I'm older, and I look back, and I think, fuck, I used to be on my phone when I had the kids. I fucked up.
I don't think that, though I know what you're trying to say, I don't think that experience itself is going to be such a big difference because I can tell you this, your kids probably don't even remember those 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it's just an example, right? It's just an example.
Well,
I'm just don't. I'm
I
being.
understand. I understand. There's gotta, but then again, we are trying to do better than our parents, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time, our parents didn't do shit other than be with the family, right? So let me put it in this example: your mom was always home, right?
My mom was always home. Yes.
Right? Growing up, your mom was always there for you,
Yep.
technically in person, right?
Yes.
Can your mom or you can you say that you know your mom very well because she was always there? Or can you say that your mom spent all her time dedicated to you?
No, it's she used to. I mean, if I'm being honest, like a lot of the times that we had my mom there, it's not like she was playing with us or anything. She was cleaning. She was taking care of
But
things at the house.
she was at home,
She was at home,
right?
but she wasn't with
Okay,
us.
okay. Well, there you go. And then did that affect you in any way?
I don't know.
Does that
I don't know.
affect you? Does it make you not sleep at night?
No, but I think the connection with my mom is not like the one that I that I'd like to have, if that makes any sense.
In what sense?
Well, I guess we didn't really connect. we didn't really connect because a lot of the things we did as a kids, we just played with. I'm connected with my brothers and my sisters, and my mom's my mom.
Okay, but once you became Freud and you were not a kid anymore, and you did have the decision to be closer to your mom,
It was hard.
did you?
It was hard. Still is.
Why is that?
I can't explain it. It's just hard. And that's not to say that she was a bad mom,
No, I'm not even
you
blaming
know,
her. I'm throwing it more on
because
you.
oh, of course you're gonna throw it on me, but I don't know. I can't fully explain the relationship you had with your mother, right? But it's it's not a bad relationship. It's just
So what I'm trying to get at is, you're saying the 5 minutes, right? And I know you used it as an example,
yeah. I'm just using it as an example, but
but
yeah,
you're saying the 5 minutes, and when you're 65, you're gonna complain that those 5 minutes were something that you missed of your kids,
something
as
that I
an example,
wasted, for
right?
example. Yeah,
Do you see that with your parents now that you're a grown man?
I've heard it from
No. Do
I've
you see it as your parents wasted time and not being with your siblings and yourself?
yeah, yeah, 100%. Even I've even had a conversation like this with my father-in-law,
Okay.
talking about how you
With your
know
dad or your
uh,
father-in-law?
no, my father-in-law, not even my dad, my father-in-law,
So why
and
not with your dad?
I, again, I don't have these conversations. I don't have these conversations with my dad as much, or my mom. It's again, they're not bad parents. It's just no se ha prestado la situación.
So
Yeah?
so and then
But
now
hold on,
now
but hold on. Let
I'm
me
gonna,
finish this
I'm gonna
thought. Let
use
me
your
finish. Hold on.
language.
Well, hold on. Let me finish this thought. This conversation that I had with my father-in-law was, damn, you know, you know. Now that I'm older, like I just think back at the times that I just missed everything. Right, I wasn't there. You know, I could have done things differently, and that's not talking about I could have had a different job. I would no. Work is work, and you were doing what you work. It's thinking about that lost time that you didn't think of when you were younger, when your kids were smaller, that you didn't value as much as you do when you're older,
Correct.
right? And so when I think of this whole "are we doing enough?" is like, are there times where we're letting time pass and we're not in the moment, and we're just not taking advantage of that valuable time that we're never going to get back with our kids at that age, that
Right.
connection that we can be forming.
Right.
That's what I was trying to say.
Right. But in order to know how to connect as a parent, right, to your children, you got to put yourself in your shoes again, as a child, as a kid, as a son. And now that you can, you're telling me that the moment hasn't lend itself to have those conversations with your parents, right? I call BS. Okay. Not too long ago, you posted a picture of your kid in your mom's backyard, right? Her little patio on the floor. That's more than enough time to talk to them. And I tell you this, Freud, because I don't want you to be me and have those regrets of, damn, I lived 10 minutes away and I never got the time to speak to my dad or to my mom serious about a certain situation.
Yeah.
Now, as adults, we have to make that time, just like how you want to make that time for your child, and how you're willing to do anything to make that time for your child, we also got to make that time for us as children to our parents.
When I say no se presta, is they don't
I
open up.
know,
No, they
I
don't open
know,
up
no, I know.
because we've taken the time. I've I've gone out of my way to go and say, "Hey, Dad,
Don't stop,
let's go." You know what
don't
I mean?
stop,
So
don't stop.
so that's what I'm saying. It's not that I don't want to or I'm fighting it or no. It's just it's
I'm telling you. Remember the. So remember the before my father passed away, right?
mhm,
What was my number one bickering about?
just talking to him.
But what why wouldn't I talk to him?
Or you just you didn't want to talk to
Because
him
we were always
because
fighting, right?
fighting. Yeah, you guys are arguing
Arguing,
and
right?
you know
Months later, out of nowhere, we found the time to speak. And all the truths came out, and whatever feelings he had, and whatever feelings I had, and whatever, everything comes out, you know. Now that he's not here, there are some things that I wish I could have told him, right? And we're all going to have those things because
yeah
we obviously don't know when we're going to be here and when we're not going to be here. But if we could take advantage of those situations, no matter how, even I've seen plenty of examples online where um, there's this other podcast that these Hispanics guy do about telling your dad I love you, right? And how he's gonna react to it. Or why is it that your dad never told you I love you, right? The point is doing it. The point is just like how we do with our kids, and we're like a broken record, and we insist and insist and insist and insist and insist. Um, Not unfortunately, but now it's our time to be that the insisting to our parents,
yeah
because there is going to be that time where they're not going to be here, and we are going to regret certain things that we didn't get to live with them, or we didn't get to speak to them, or at least the simple of saying goodbye to them,
yeah
you know. And you know that this is not anything new that I've told any of my close friends. Is always call your parents. Always tell them you love them. Talk to your parents. Call your parents. Whatever. Once a week. Whatever. You know it's not new. Dude. I've been preaching this for the longest.
yep
So that's what I'm trying to get at. Is it's we can have all these excuses about no se prestan, no quieren, no son necios. You know, they don't want to talk about it. But hey, fuck it, we gotta man up, and just how our parents were man up to our dads were man up to us. And no cabrón, ahora tienes que hacer, no, ¿sabes qué, dad? I'm sorry, pero vamos a hablar.
yeah. And I
You
think
know?
that's I mean I think if we're thinking about are we doing enough with our kids, I think it'd be fair to say as parents and as the children ourselves, are we doing enough with our parents as well? We're trying to connect with our children and give them that time and trying to make that effort with them. I think it is a fair call to make the same effort or a similar effort with our parents in some
Yeah,
form or
because
fashion.
you also got to remember that everything is a lesson. So our kids if our kids see that we have a great relationship with our parents. Oh, I remember my grandma and my dad used to blah 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 this, or my grandma and my mom used to cook together, and my grandpa and my dad used to barbecue. They used to work on the car, or they used to have these very intense talks, or blah blah blah. You know, One, you're creating memories. Two, you're getting to know your parents. Bro, there's a lot of shit that we don't know about our parents. A lot of shit that we don't know about my parents. There's a lot of shit that I just found out about my parents, and now that they're not here, you know.
That's crazy.
So, with that, I mean, all it is obviously we never stop being our parents' children, and we're obviously going to continue being our kids' parents. But it's I think doing. Let's not use the term "doing enough." Let's use the term "Did I get the most out of the day with my loved ones?"
That's fair.
You know,
And that's the
because
conversation.
if we're doing, if I did enough, we're always going to be in the negative.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I agree.
but it's something that we all got to do at one point, bro. And this also includes our partner. If you have a partner, also getting to know them, because trust me, we all got fucking skeletons in the closet, bro, and we just got to get to know each other and do the most with our loved ones.
Yeah,
And I'll end it with that. Did you do the most with your loved ones? Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Shit, that's a great. That's a great. It's a great way to end it tonight. Um, if you guys out there, considering the conversations we had tonight, if you want to talk, if you need a shoulder, an ear, if you want to just put some thoughts down and you need to vent a little, listen, Chris and I are available. And I'm not just saying that because it's social media. Like, I'm dead serious. I've listened to dudes that I've met, for I don't know, a week. Like, it's sometimes you never know, man. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people are dealing with. And sometimes they're dealing with the same shit that you're dealing with. And hit us up. And I'm being 1000% serious with that. Send us a message. GetPadreInfo@gmail.com if you want to send us an email. You know, get us on Instagram, getpadre.fatherhoodnetwork. Send us a DM, send us a
Yeah.
message, right? Um, jump on one of these calls with us. Just talk. It's cool. This is a judge-free zone. We're all going through it. We're all, sometimes we'll have our positive and happy talks, but I think today was a talk about, you know, just letting you guys know that you're not alone. We all go through it. It's a struggle. It's a struggle, not a bad struggle, because obviously you don't want to think that our kids and our family are negative and they're toxic for our life. Not like that, but it's a lot. We have a lot on our plates. We have a lot on our head, and there's a lot of things that men don't get an opportunity to share or vent or talk about. And so we want to give you papas this opportunity to go out and talk about it. We're here to listen, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm sure Chris is on the same page as I am.
Definitely.
And so, reach out, guys. Reach out. I appreciate all the support we get. We're not a huge page like a lot of those other fatherhood pages, but the work that we do here, the conversations that we have, the things that we do online, like, it comes from a good place, right? And I think at the end of the day, that's kind of what it's about, right? And I want to make sure that I'm doing my part to at least help one papa out there. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for our sponsor for today. Next month maybe we'll have a couple. Who knows? If you guys want to be featured on and you want to get some free quote unquote marketing, send us a message. We will post your information and share it. And if you get some success out of that, then awesome. If you don't, hopefully you get a couple more followers. But thank you to everybody. We have a couple announcements coming soon. Um, one I'll probably announce this week. Call it Chris after this. But we are gonna do some good things this year. I have a notepad of thoughts. So I'll leave you guys with that. Chris, any final thoughts?
No, just like I said earlier, and I'm gonna stick to this one. Um, is Was the time with your loved ones spent correctly, spent right?
Shit,
You interpret it however you want.
however you want.
Yeah.
Chet. All right.
Other than that, again, I appreciate everybody like I do every single day, not every month, every single day. We've um, we are steadily getting uh, to a goal that I had many months ago, but we're getting there. And I appreciate you guys. Again, if you guys need anybody to talk to, text to. If you guys just want to text, that's cool. If you guys want, I'll give you guys my number. I don't care if you guys text me, whatever. And most of the time, I'm awake till like 3, 4 in the morning. So hit me up. If
Cool.
you guys have questions, let us know. DM us. Again, I think I know where Troy is going with this new news. So also, please support us. We've This has been going on for a couple of years now, and we want to make sure that we continue doing what we're doing um, for you guys and for us as well. Uh, so
Everything you
that
hear is brought to you by listeners like you.
There you go. But again, thank you guys for showing up, giving us your concerns, your questions, your thoughts, your thumbs up, your hearts, the good comments. I appreciate it. I know the live on Instagram kind of
A little haywire
went
today.
dark for a little bit, but we're back up. And now I'll post the second part up. The full thing is on YouTube. And again, you can catch us at you can catch us where, Troy? YouTube, Instagram,
YouTube, Instagram. We
Facebook,
also have
Facebook.
Facebook. And if you want to listen to this podcast another day because you were busy today and you got caught off and you heard it in parts, you can actually listen to the podcast on wherever you listen to your podcast on Spotify, Google, Apple Podcast. We're up on there, so you guys can pull those up and listen it to your drive to work or wherever.
There you
Um,
go, guys. So
so
no excuses that you can't watch YouTube while you're driving because you can
you can
listen
listen
to
to
us
it.
too.
Cool.
But regardless, thank you guys for your support, and
Perfect.
I will hope to see you guys again in next month.
Awesome.
Cool.
Good night, guys.
All right, guys. Good night.
All right.